I would like to welcome Elizabeth Horvath to the stage for our first commercial break. She's going to dive into the world of GLP-1 medications and how they're shaping consumers' behaviors today.
Thanks, Christina. I'm the first commercial break, so I think save the best for first, perhaps? Yes. So Kate and I every year releases top nutrition trends, and for 2025 you could not ignore the fact that what is happening in weight management. And you can't talk about the food and beverage industry without talking about the dynamic of GLP-1 drugs, whether that's from a risk standpoint or whether that's from an opportunity standpoint. So my role at Kerry, I lead some of our global marketing teams, including our global consumer insights teams. And we've really looked at 3 consumer groups across the US, Europe, and LATAM to really understand the role GLP-1 and weight management are influencing food and beverage innovation as well as purchases. And I might encourage you to listen up because you might find a few answers that could help our people here on stage. So a couple of things to keep in mind around GLP-1, some fun facts that are out there. Firstly, we know that 1 in 8 consumers have either tried before or are currently on weight loss medications. And in addition, about 60% of the consumers that we surveyed are either on them today or considering actively trying them. So this is a monumental point in the industry. It's an inflection point. I kind of make it equivalent to what's happening in AI in our world. GLP-1 is going to be that for the food and beverage industry. We know on average consumers spend about 5.5% less at the grocery store that are taking these medications, and that amounts to about $500 a year. And while that's not a lot in singles or doubles, when you add it up, that potentially 30% of the population could be on these drugs in the next 10 years. That is a huge impact. And so what we spend a lot of time talking about is what is the opportunity? There's risk, of course, there's volume risk, and there's risk that consumers could potentially be eating less. And so for those of us in the industry, that is a concern. But there is an opportunity as well. So we really wanted to explore what are those pockets of opportunity. Firstly, high protein. We know these consumers want high protein foods and beverages with high fiber and low sugar. And we know that's great for the communities that we live in as well, to get better protein content at lower sugar. In addition, we found these consumers overwhelmingly are supplements consumers. About 90% of them are already taking some type of supplement. And so really playing in that supplement or functional beverage space is where there's opportunity. In addition, there were some commonalities across consumers. They really are looking for cognitive health benefits, digestive health benefits, immune health benefits, and energy as the top 4. And if we take a moment specifically on a digestive health, about 40% of consumers were saying that they are coming off the medication because of digestive health problems. And about 80% actively had side effects that they were looking to manage. And so digestive health, meeting consumers where they are and helping them stay on the medications longer can actually improve the nutrition of the communities around us. I encourage you, if you want more information on GLP-1 consumers, like I said, we've done research across 4 or 5 different countries at this point, and I have a full report called Adapting Appetites that can really dive into what these consumers are looking for. We are going to show one example that's actually in your goodie bag here today. So if you're looking for something to drink here after you leave, it is a dry beverage solution. We wanted to say, okay, great, we know who the consumer is, we know the dynamics, now show me an actual tangible product that is an opportunity for the industry. So this is an example of a product that our R&D teams have built that would appeal to this consumer group. I'll just call it a few things. So what this is it's a digestive health hydration beverage that's a dry beverage solution in a stick pack that has both nutrition and sustainability benefits. The nutrition benefits, as you'll see here, is it includes a probiotic called BC30, which is in the Kerry portfolio. BC30 was actually studied in GLP-1 patients and improved quality of life by 91% with consumers taking GLP-1 drugs based on their digestive health. So probiotic and solving for the digestive health issues. In addition, there's a prebiotic fiber, we call it Emulgold in there, again to get that fiber and symbiotic benefit. And we also have a 0 sugar value proposition here, low sugar and low calorie. And last but not least here, I want to call out the coconut water crystals. Hydration is a key issue for these consumers. That came up heavily in our UK research. And again, working back through hydration, partnering with the digestive health. And then lastly, it is a dry beverage solution. Why? it's more sustainable. So we can actually reduce the amount of water and packaging in the supply chain and really allow consumers to use their own water source versus shipping water around the country. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Christina so we can start the game.